I've really looked forward to this because I'm going to speak about something I really burn for. As humans, we've always expressed ourselves through music. And music has been influenced by society, history, and people. Music is shaped and carried by human life through generations. It is a part of everyday's life, as well as one of life's transitional rituals and milestones. Music history is dramatic and fascinating. Throughout history, music has contributed to liberation, revolution, and the demonstration of power. When dictators have wanted to suppress groups, the right to artistic expression is something they deliberately restrict. Artists have for hundreds of years challenged and provoked, and composers have written music that both criticize and support those who have power. Artists are still imprisoned in several parts of the world, not because they have done something criminal, but because their music has the power to give people hope, courage, pride, and a sense of belonging. Recent reports show that the number of imprisoned artists is increasing, and there are anti-terrorist laws that legitimize the practice. Since ancient times, music and knowledge of art has been seen as fundamental when it comes to educational perspectives. From the beginning of the 20th century, government has taken over the direction of the art field. Commercialization and the rise of the culture industries has changed the way we use music, but also the way we speak about music. Politicians has become increasingly concerned with music as a tool for achieving other goals beyond the music itself, such as economic growth, urban regeneration, or fighting criminality. During the last 30 years, the arguments for legitimating art has changed quite dramatically. I believe that the majority of Norwegians today no longer consider art as fundamental, not for society and not for us as human beings. We underestimate the fact that music permeates our lives, and we close our eyes to reports that shows all the benefits from performing and creating music and arts. The reduction of art and music in school is a result of this, and I am afraid that it gradually affects our view of children as creative individuals. In Norway, only 40% of those who teach music in school has formal music competence, and less than 8% has more than 1 year of specialization. Can you imagine if it was like that for mathematics? Would never happen. A couple of years ago, our Norwegian Minister of Business and Industry, Torbjørn Røe Isaksen, who at the time was Minister of Education, he argued that we must educate people for the kind of competence society needs now. He was mistaken. We need to educate people for the future, and then we must enable them to imagine how knowledge can be used in new ways, to question established truths, to create and to reflect. Sir Ken Robinson says, "We don't grow into creativity, we grow out of it, or rather we get educated out of it." Children are born with a gift of imagination, and we must be careful so that we use this gift wisely. Music allows for exploration and creativity. It connects body and mind. And performing music even helps our cognitive and motor skills function better. Neuroscientists describe how playing music stimulates the brain with intricate, interrelated, and astonishingly fast sequences. And it activates all areas of the brain at once, like a firework. Regular music practice strengthens those functions. I would like to share with you a case from the school where I work, Nylund Skole in Stavanger. One of the groups I work with can be characterized by great diversity. There are often conflicts and strong emotions within this group. There are pupils with need for special arrangements. Some are sound sensitive. Some struggle with concentration. Some are carrying an emotional burden, maybe from home. Some are very musically talented. Several are highly intelligent. Some have trouble with relating to others or with emotional regulation. They are all lovely children, and there are particularly many strong and personal voices amongst them. I can feel extremely frustrated when I'm struggling to make them work together and to create something as a team, because it's very difficult for them and challenging for me. They hardly never do what I ask them to do, and everything needs to be debated. If I give them a task, they will do almost what I ask them to do, but with their own little twist. But within this group is a rare sort of creativity, and combined with an urge for personal expression and a need to succeed. When I do my job well, this group achieves extraordinary results. And I honestly believe that within this group is one or two future leaders. There are artists, entrepreneurs, and I know that very many of them will end up with doing important work for all of us. If you really want to make a difference, you start with the children, with all the children, not only the privileged ones. You go where they are when you meet them at school. I believe that I have the world's most meaningful job. As a music teacher, I give my pupils tools to express themselves, tools to explore, reflect, improvise, create. Music education has the potential to help children towards a deeper understanding of who they are, where they come from, the world around them, and the wonderful potential they carry within themselves. I invest in them, and it matters. So, I offer you a different perspective. In the future, we will need creative expertise. We know that. Creativity becomes our source of currency. It's what makes us special and unique. So, doesn't that make music education fundamental? Can we afford not to invest in it? This was my speech, and I wanted to end it with showing you how the children's artistic expression can appear like. Please welcome 6 of my boys from 7th grade.